Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing a really fun deck that uses the card Poetic Ingenuity. This is a card that I think people forgot about because it looked really neat, but nobody really had a home for it. But I think it's because a lot of people were using it incorrectly. And today, I think we have the best use for it. And I will say, I thought this card was kind of a trap card when we first saw it, because I think because it has the word dinosaurs on it, people want to play it in types of dinosaur decks, but this isn't really a dinosaur deck. This is a deck that goes into a thing with lots of artifacts that we can actually get the benefit of dinosaurs from. So that's where we're going today. But Poetic Ingenuity, for those who don't know what it is, it's a 3-mana enchantment. Every time we play, well, once per turn, whenever we play an artifact, we get to make a 3/1 dinosaur, and then when dinosaurs attack, we get a treasure. Both parts of this are going to be relevant in this deck. One way, though, we have to talk about is how are we going to cast all these artifacts. First step, we're going to be playing some Patchwork Automaton. Since we have a bunch of other artifacts, I think there's going to be like 22, 24 artifacts in here. We should be able to trigger this fairly easily. We're also going to be playing Dragon Spark Reactor. Now, Dragon Spark Reactor, when it comes into play or another artifact comes into play, it gets a counter, and then you can pay for, deal damage to a player equal to a number of counters, and hit a creature. Now, the interesting thing here is remember that this is when an artifact comes into play, so this counts all those treasures you'll be getting from Poetic Ingenuity, which is actually super sweet. Also going to be playing Reinforced Ronin. This allows us to cast it every single turn and trigger all these cards that want to have an artifact cast or come into play. So this is a really good card for this list. Another artifact we're going to be playing is Urabrask Forge. And this is really just to allow us to keep damage moving forward, keep things happening, so that we're not just sitting there the whole time, right? We need to make stuff go. Also going to be playing Thrain Spider. We like this. There's a lot of different flyers floating around right now. It's big 4 toughness, so it's hard to remove. It's an enchantment creature. It makes 2 artifacts when it comes into play. This checks all kinds of boxes. Worst case scenario, late game, we could even use its ability to find another answer, which is super cool. Also, we're going to try Mycosynth Gardens in here because it can copy some of our artifacts. Not a land you get to see all that often, but should have some uses here. Also, while I'm thinking about it, it's the holidays. If you want to shop for yourself, you're going to get gifts for somebody, hit up our friends over at CoolStuffInc.com. They have all kinds of stuff in stock. Matter of fact, right now, you can even get Murder at Karlov Manor. They have those at a great price. And while you're shopping, you can use code DRAGON and save 5%. Remember, every time you go shopping at my sponsors, it supports the channel, helps me out. They keep supporting me, and I can keep making content for you, and you get to save some money. So check out Cool Stuff Inc., where they always have cool stuff in stock. All right, continuing this list. Through testing, there is an interesting card that I found late, and that was Treasure Map. This is a card that works here for a lot of reasons. 1, it's an artifact. 2, it scries, helps us find stuff, especially when we already have all the lands we want. But additionally, it puts 3 artifacts into play when it makes treasure, and then we can use all those extra treasure, whether it be from this or from the Poetic Ingenuity, to draw cards. So we like this a lot. The rest of the cards in the list are going to be various types of removal, so we can buy time for all this stuff to go off. So we'll see if this works out the way we want, but I'm looking forward to this one. As always, if you want, the full deck list will be at the end of the video, or you can go down in the description below, look for the blue arrows that'll take you to a Moxfield link where you can get today's deck and a bunch of other fun stuff you can play in Standard. For now, though, let's go see how many people we get to blow up with Dragon Spark Reactors and Dinosaurs. Alrighty, let's keep this one and see what happens. And this is a lot about just testing cards here, which is why we're in the play queue for just a second. My plan here is probably play maybe 3 or 4 games, and then we'll play the rest on the ladder. Mostly just wanting to get a feel for the deck, you know, making sure everything does what we want, because we added some random one-ofs like Liberator. I'm kind of glad I drew it here. It gives us a chance to see if it even does anything. But my thought is, if we have the Ingenuity out, this lets you play stuff at instant speed, so you could possibly make a dinosaur on your turn and on their turn, which is pretty cool. Oh, well, I guess so. We'll do that. Let's tap this. Why would you even ask me about that based on my hand, Arena? I feel like you're just trying to sabotage me. Alright, no attack. I did that because it gives us a chance to load up the reactor a little bit, and they can't easily kill the automaton here as it's a 3/3 now. I mean, there's a world, I guess, where if they have Voltage Surge, they could deal 4 to it, pay 2, sack the blood token, something like that. But it would be a little convoluted. If they attack, we're not blocking. So that's not even on the table. Alright, so here's going to be something fun next turn. Because we have Liberator, we could get the Patchwork to a 4, see if they spend the mana to try to kill the Automaton, and then we can turn it into a 5 with Liberator at instant speed. I promise I will not block if you attack, opponent. They must have heard me, because I'm definitely not blocking. That's not a thing right now. Alright, so we will do just this. I might attack with this just to see if they trade. I doubt they would. I mean, mostly because our hand's kind of tied up on other things right now that we need to be doing. Yeah, I'm into it. I mean, because if they have like a cut down or something, they're going to use it anyway, probably. If they block with Harvester, cool. You know, we don't care that much. Alright, they didn't block or kill it. Nice! That was like a best case scenario. Love to see that. Alright, and we're passing. The whole hope here is that we bait them into trying to use one of the Harvesters. I don't know that they will, but that's the hope. Looks like they're going to go for it. Targeting it. And we will let them pay the ward. Alright, then we'll flash this in. Then they definitely don't have enough mana to pay to try to kill the Automaton now. Grow the reactor. Now they can use the other Harvester and pay 2. And that's okay. If we get their whole board and they time walk themselves, great. Alright. Cool. Well, that went very, very well. Exceptionally well, honestly. Almost too well. Alright. Lots of triggers going off here. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it here, man. Like, what else are we doing? Grow all these things. Let's just see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. Let's go. You block something, you block it. I mean, but that's 12 damage, and we got 7 on deck with the reactor. Wow, opponent just went to 6? Ooh, boy. I don't know what's about to happen, but it can't be good. They didn't even block with Harvester or nothing. I mean, that gains 2 life, so you don't die to the reactor. Alright, sure. But then what? I mean, you kill the Liberator so you don't take any damage in the air. Maybe put a stop during my upkeep to see what we scry. Yep. Actually, there's also the chance that I just... Nah, we just scry here. Oh, why are you like this, Arena? Just use the dang Mycosynth Garden. Alright, we drew land anyway, so it's neither here nor there. We attack with both of these. They could double block here, block here. Yeah, we're attacking. Who am I kidding? Alright. Oh, opponent. No, you're gonna die. You need to block. Alright. I think we would have had them anyway, because we could also use this at instant speed, so they wouldn't have any good blocks. So yeah, I think we got that one. This is a mulligan for sure. And this is only marginally better, but we'll see how it works out. Okay, reactor. Up. Alright. Ingenuity. I feel like we're going to end up having a Brotherhood's End next turn, but we'll see. Yep, probably going to be a good idea. Hope they don't have a giant growth or something. Alright, they did not. Ooh, Arlen's tough. Arlen's tough. Alright, deck. Ugh, needed lands. This is like a pseudo land. Kind of does what we want. But definitely was hoping to play like double reactor there. Would have been sweet. Alright. They can flash some creatures into play. I mean, sadly, I think we're still just going to have to gamble and attack into Arlen and let them flash whatever they're going to flash in. Not a lot we can do about it. Oh, man, they got more creatures to play? Oh, they're just going to shoot us. Alright. Well, that's a thing that happened. Okay, well, we found mana a little later than we wanted, but we got there. I think these two are just going to have to go try to get in after Arlen. Really? They're just going to let Arlen die like that? Maybe they have another one. So this is weird, because now I'm trying to decide, do I want to just kill a 2/2? Or do I still want to kill... I think we just let the spider die. Right? Like, it's not like it's that valuable to us. I mean, I'd argue it's not that valuable at all. And the turn? I don't know why I feel like I'm gambling to let them untap and pump that thing. I'm just gonna kill it now. I'm a little bit of a wuss. I'm just... kill it while we can. Alright. We can also get some treasure, grow another one, shoot something, so... Alright, a 2/5 that can make a 2/2. I mean, I guess I'll block it. And if we can keep their resources down, that's probably a good thing. Alright. We will attack. Generates treasure, pumps our duders. Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, hopefully they don't have an answer. Alright, cool. Slowly worked our way through everything with all the value. Opponent, you can quit casting threats at any time now. Like, that would be awesome. Seriously. Oh, jeez. I could turn this 1, 2, 3. Still leaves 3 mana and a treasure. That seems fine. So do it for 2, copying this, so we have more reactors. Alright, opponent says GG. Really? I don't know about all that. Howling Moon. Alright. I'm gonna do this just to see. Okay. Ruby. Sure. I'll crack the last treasure to kill a ruby. Alright. But yeah, we don't need that anymore. Man, that was just like having to fight threat after threat after threat. Alright, end the turn. Think we're good now. Yep. Whew. I'm gonna keep this and hope. This is really just hoping Brotherhood's End does something. If it doesn't, then this hand kind of goes to crap. Okay, we can at least experiment with this. Alright. We got away with a little bit of something there. Let's play this. Back for one. Alright, get to start trying to work on some value, maybe. What is that about? You only have one white mana, so no Wandering Emperor. What kind of shenanigans are you on, opponent? You know what? I don't know what they're up to, so I'm just going to get these reactors going. And if they just left mana open to be able to kill the automaton or something, so be it. Wow, they didn't. Wow, what kind of hand do you keep? Where you're not playing? Is this a Sunfall? Oh, all will be one. Okay. Play this. I mean, activate this? Go get it. Alright. I mean, we effectively have lethal next turn if they don't, like, combo out on us or something here with all will be one. Because we can just shoot them with the Dragon Spark reactors now. Worst case scenario, they have Farewell, and then we just attack with our creature land and a Reinforced Ronin. But that is not going to do it, even with two blockers here. That's a big hit, but I don't think it's enough. Yep. They're at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to be able to activate that. This makes a treasure. Play this. Oh, you know what? That was dumb. The other option was just play Brotherhood's End. Yeah, oh, that was stupid. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We had multiple ways to win. Hopping into some ladder games. This, I'm keeping this because we got 2 Ingenuities, but I don't know how good it is. Only good thing is opponent looked like they mulliganed twice here. Okay, let's see what happens. That first draw of a mountain was not what we were looking for there. Okay, reactor, sure. I don't think black has anything they flash in here. Oh, they have Shieldred's Edict. Okay, that's fair. Werewolf? Well, that wasn't nice of you, opponent. Who even plays that card? Seriously. It's not bad right now, honestly. It's been a long time since I've seen somebody actually cast it. Alright. Celestis, you got it. I could destroy artifacts 3 or less. I think we'll do that before I make some treasure. Do I want to do this first? I think I'm going to do... Well, I'd have to do this after the fact. Yeah, I think I want to do that. At least get this rocking and rolling. Especially against mono black. They're not going to have many ways, if any, to get rid of that. And when the dragons or dinosaurs attack, we get to make treasure. Yeah, an opponent gave up there. Oh, no. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to keep it just because we got 2 Ingenuities, but realistically, we kind of need to draw stuff off the top or this is going to be bad. This is a terrible hand to keep, but we're going to keep it for science. Like, generally speaking, because mono red, mono white type stuff, you know, the aggro decks exist. If you don't have a removal card, any of your 2 mana things, whatever, you're almost going to end up too far behind usually because you're not able to set up anything to help you come back. Even here, I'm just like really hoping we get something for 2 mana. Otherwise, oh yeah. Any type of thing like this. Okay, that does actually help, believe it or not. That helps quite a lot, actually. Human. Okay, sure. You can have a little life. We don't mind that. I was thinking that could have been Thalia, and I wanted to save this to kill that, but ended up not being a thing. Okay, found a land. So we're going to go here. And then I think we're going to play Spider. And then, I mean, if we draw lands, then that solves its own problem, but we'll see. Yep, expected an Adeline, so that's not a surprise. Oh, why did we draw that? Dang it. And again, this is we're not having anything cheap. Kind of puts us in a bind. All right. I have to leave we have to just try to kill Adeline here. I mean, we don't have any other real option. Unfortunately, it just did not go the way we wanted. Yep. And we pay the extra, but whatever. Okay, we still take 6 and go to 11. That's not great. That is huge. Okay. So now we're back in it. Still didn't find any land, but if we're not going to find land, that's the next best thing. Now this gives us a chance to get 2 blockers down. Yep. And we can at least block a flyer, so that's kind of cute. Alright. Hope you don't... Well, they have at least one Brutal Cathar here, right? I don't know. Some versions have started forgoing even playing the Cathar, so maybe they don't. But we'll see. Still would like one more land, though. Because then we could Ingenuity plus something, and that would be real nice. Ingenuity plus another Spider would start to set us up really nicely. Alright. Good news, bad news. That thing's a problem. They're going to get to see 2 other cards in hand, most likely. Alright. One of them was another Animpakal, so there's that. Okay. I think I'm just going to do this. Oh, we guess we could do that and treasure map. So we either get 2 dinosaurs, or we get Thran Spider and this. Maybe we go for the 2 dinosaurs. Alright. I'm mostly because the dinosaurs are just 3 power. And that gives us some better double block combinations. And also some cute stuff here. If we were to get a Dragon Spark reactor, when we attack, we get double triggers from the Ingenuity. So there's a lot in play right now. There's a lot of options. A lot of crazy things that can happen. Oh no, that's bad too. Oh man, we're gonna have a long way to go here. Alright. Well, that's obviously going to trample over some things. Yep, I think we just got to take some trample damage. What are the odds we could find another Brotherhoods in? Like that's what we need right now. That would be the best top deck we could get. Or something to kill Anam Pakal, I guess. But they have another one in hands. That's not all that, I suppose. Really? Okay, opponent got us on this one. Ugh, and they drew more stuff to play. Yeah, we were in trouble. Yeah, had to be, I think, exactly the Brotherhoods in there. Otherwise, I don't think we can win. I'm going to go ahead and activate just to see what would have been there. Voltage Surge would have still probably been pretty nice. I probably should have done that Derma upkeep. Could have got rid of the Knight, but now I don't know if we have anything. Yeah, we're only at 8. I don't know how we got out of this, especially since the 5-5. Well, that 4-4 is going to be a 5-5. Okay, yeah, now we're dead. All right, GG's. Okay, we'll keep this mess, even though we have double Sakinzan. Probably bad, but let's go for it. Okay, well, now we need to draw another land. Alright, well, opponent's gooped. Good deal. I have some thoughts, too. I think I know what I want to put in this deck. We're going to keep this. But there are a couple of things I really want to do that I think will make a big difference. Alright, well, we're drawing land. I don't know if this is the situation where I wanted a bunch of extra land. But we could, like, map into Forge, into Brotherhood's End, maybe. We'll see how that goes. Alright. Oh. Do I just go for it now? That feels both necessary and unnecessary, you know what I mean? But I think I'm gonna do it. I was thinking... Oh, yep, they had a Samet. Dang it. I was thinking they might have had, like, a couple of cheap things, but I should have waited. Because getting Samet would have been huge. Alright. Okay, Samet does first strike, too, which is going to be a little tough for our dinos. They're not going to enjoy that. Brutal Cathar, sure. Man, yeah, I got too trigger happy on that Brotherhood's End. If I'd have waited, we could have got way more value. Serves me right. Let's go ahead and activate. Ooh, that's a thought. Dang. Alright, I think that can stay. We have enough lands in hand that I think we're kind of on the right track for what we're trying to do. So no matter what, we're going to play this. I think we have to flash in Liberator, though. And by playing this, I don't get to flip the Cathar, which is key. And I may have to just have Liberator block to save damage. And them getting a card, really. Uh-oh, are they going to try to kill our Ingenuity? Hamlet Vanguard, that's a guy you don't get to see too often. Fortunately, it doesn't trample or anything. Alright. For flashes in, we're going to make a 3-1. We're going to use the 3-1 to block the Brutal Cathar. We're going to go ahead and try to put Liberator in front of Samet, which they're probably not going to let us. Makes sense. So we'll go ahead and let them have their card one last time. Oh, it's just creature that came into play that turn, so we actually don't give up a card there. So this works out. Let's go here. And here. And here. Alright, no attack. And the opponent gave up. Wow. Whoo! Oh, boy. Sure. This is putting a lot of faith in Brotherhoods in and Urbrass Forge to make it, but we'll see if it does. Alright. Start with Reactor. Opponent, please don't make us discard. Please don't make us discard. Because even if it's the bat, like, they probably take the Forge, then we have to waste the Brotherhoods in. I don't know, maybe they take the Brotherhoods in so we wouldn't be able to kill it. And then we play Forge. Oh, alright, we got that. That changes our plans here. Okay, opponent. That's not a bad turn either, because they probably left mana up just to kill something. And then, obviously, we didn't cooperate with their plans very well there. That sucks for us. It's a good card for them, though. If I do this, we get treasures, trigger that twice. Yeah, okay. And again, Arena not being our friend, choosing to not tap our Mycosynth Gardens. And if you attack, I am not blocking here, opponent. You do whatever you feel you need to do, friend. You can kill all their dudes if you want to. Yep. That is totally fair. Alright. Let's go here. Actually, again, tap one of those. That would be nice. Thank you. Opponent's just trying to kill everything. They're like, we don't want you to have nothing. Like, it's all gotta die. Alright. Seems good. End the turn. Ashiok, cute. Please make little 1/1s. Yes. We can kill it with the Brotherhoods in. It's all coming together. It's off this guy. The fun part about this is that we're effectively playing with a bunch of junky cards. And still trying to find a way to make things happen here. Let's get a colorless from one of those. Go ahead and do this. Deal 3 to some things. We're going to go ahead and play this. Get in for 2. Alright. Looks like the opponent's deck's like mostly removal, obviously. Alright, Path of Peril. You got it. Again, more removal. Alright, have a 1/1. You earned it, I guess. Thinking real quick here. Just debating if I wanted to turn one of these Mycosynth Gardens into something else. I could copy a reactor here. I actually might do that. Because I don't think their deck's a farewell. I mean, maybe it is. Yeah, we probably don't want to get too greedy. They might actually be a farewell deck, looking at things. Alright. In the turn. I mean, we're getting close. I mean, we got the reactor to 7. Liliana, sure.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick.
Alright. Sure. I mean, they can't even block, so we'll just kill into Liliana anyway, so sure.
Sacrifices must.
This is kind of the benefit for what we're doing, though, is because Our deck is just like, make a body, make a body, make a body. Just like, keep pressure going the whole time. Alright, this one here. These two here. Alright. In the turn. Opponent's at 9. We are threatening lethal. I mean, there's still a lot of ways they could stay in this. It's not over yet. But we will have a 5/1 trampler. We have 7 damage from the reactor. Okay. They're going to gain 3 to go to 12. Does the opponent? I mean, I don't know what they have, but I'm pretty sure they're dead, right? We're going to copy for 3. Copy one of these. And then copy for 3. Copy this. And then have all those trigger. And attack. Alright, now that's just fun. I gave the opponent one more turn. Just to see what they're going to do. I don't know. Obviously, I could have just attacked and then used the Dragon Spark Reactor, but I'm kind of curious. They just made that play as though they had something else in mind, and maybe they just forgot we could blow up the reactor, so I'm just curious what it was. I mean, they couldn't even play a farewell if they had it, because they would need another land here, another white land, which they don't have. So yeah, they're just dead. Oh, you know what? Maybe they thought they could have Power Stoned and had a blocker or something. But the Power Stones can only obviously be used for artifacts. So maybe it was something like that. I don't know. It's just weird. Alright, well, we have 42 different ways to win here. Yeah, we'll blow this up. Just end it. Alright, cool. You know, the fact that, I mean, look at literally what the opponent played. Cut down. Edict. Cut down. Ashiok, which we got rid of with the Brotherhood's End. Path of Peril got rid of 2 things. Cut down killed a thing. On the same turn, Liliana's minus to kill a thing. Then they played Gix's Command, which didn't kill things. They just returned stuff to their hand and gained life. Then they killed a token. Then they played Shieldred and died. We had to work through a lot of stuff, but it's because we actually have things that are just making creatures every turn, which helped out a lot. Ooh, we're going to mulligan this. This is at least somewhat better on the draw. Okay, we'll just pass. I don't know why I feel like there's a bat incoming. Nope. It was indeed not a bat. No clue what the opponent's trying to do here. Usually when we see that, it's one of those decks that's just doing a lot of conniving and trying to get protection spells. Good news is that particular card does not harm us too much if they're just reanimating that. And we don't have good stuff for them to reanimate for the most part. That card, however, is super annoying for us. So we're just going to try to force them to use it and wait on playing the Ingenuity. I mean, it's kind of all we can do right now. I mean, I say that. I mean, I guess we could feed it to them, force them to use it, and then just keep attacking for 4 or whatever. It's like our next best option. I don't know why, I just think there's going to be a Wandering Emperor or something here, so I'm going to wuss out and not actually attack with our Ronin. There's a lot of pauses here which say there's something. Nope. Alright, we're going to blow this up. Because if you want to, now's your time. And I'm just going to hope to draw another Ingenuity. Alright. That makes sense. Okay, well, we're going to do what we came here to do. Not much else going on here, unfortunately. Okay, well, we'll just have to assume they have it. Figure out a strategy somewhere along the way. If we're not going to draw anything else, this is the best we can do. I mean, we know what's incoming. Yeah, like, what are you going to do, right?
I hope you're ready to lose. See you later.
All right.
I am almost sad to see you go.
Come on, deck. We need something else other than just this. Liliana, you got it.
Nobody knows Dominaria.
Yep.
Drop it.
Sounds good. Tap this. Play reactor. Play this. Try to kill Liliana. I don't know if we're going to get to. I mean, at least reduce her. We don't get to kill her, obviously.
You're gonna need a good Undertaker.
Alright, get rid of the other Witchstalker Frenzy, I guess. And then this is Shieldred time? Oh, Vraska time. That's almost just as bad. Okay, that's something. No, Arena. Oh, gosh. When I... Oh. Alright, well, that's the game. Dang it. Literally, when I had it in hand, this lit up like it was going to tap. Which is the only reason I did that.
Drop it.
Man. That sucks. Alright. Dang it. Ooh, alright, we'll try to make this go. Why not? Gonna be a little slow, but maybe we can make it happen. And this is one of those ones that, like, if it's a more controlling situation and we can sneak through an Ingenuity, we want to. If not, we probably, like, say it's mono red or something, we probably just go Thran Spider instead. Alright, so it looks like we might be trying to go for Ingenuity. Depending on, I guess, if they leave mana open or not. Or if we draw another Dragon Spark Reactor. So we'd like to play that along with Reinforced Ronin. Okay. Well, seeing as how this is probably better in this fight, I'm going to lead with this. And if they want to counter that, that's okay. And this is tough, because even if they have a kill card, they're giving us 2 treasures to trigger twice on the reactor. Another fun thing about the reactor is that if they do kill this with, say, like, Get Lost, it generates 2 more artifacts, which also trigger the reactor. I mean, they obviously have something. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely something. Alright, they opted not to do anything, though. I wonder if they have something like another Iganjo or something like that, maybe. Alright, I guess I gotta try. We do have 2 mana available to play for, like, Make Disappear. But this could be some other counter in the gate or something. Nope, they're setting up something here. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Alright, well, we're on our other plan then. Try as we might. That's all we could do. Remember, okay, so we have a chance to get a big attack in here. We can get in for 2 for 4. This will trigger to go to 5. Well, and the opponent just gave up. Okay, so there is a real thing I want to do here. Now, while I do like having the treasure map and getting the cards and the treasures, and that's all fine and good, and that's cute, And I do also like the idea of Liberator. I don't think it's terrible. And they do count toward our artifact count, which right now is at 21. So we are getting a little thin on artifacts if we cut those. We'd only be at 19. But again, Ingenuity creates treasure and that whole thing. So we still have ways to trigger that. But I think this deck wants to have Requisitioner. And the reason I say this is there are times where you just are a mana short early to be able to do two things, like Ingenuity, something, make a 3/1, right? Or Voltage or Spark Reactor, play something, start setting up so you can kill a thing. And just having something to block against like mono red or mono white early isn't bad because again, it generates a treasure and then you can use that for other things. I think the issue here becomes, what do we get rid of? Because at some point, we can't just keep getting rid of artifacts, right? Because then something like your automaton becomes a little worse. Which, if that's the case, maybe we cut one automaton, we put in the requisitioners, hope for the best. You know, maybe we go one less Witchstalker Frenzy because we'll be able to play stuff more consistently. I don't know what the answer really is, but I feel like we want some number of those. So I feel like if we go one less there, man, I don't know if I want to cut Treasure Map or Liberator. Liberator does open up possibilities with the other thing. So if we cut Treasure Map, we could play, I'm willing to go to 61 and just play 3 Requisitioners. And then that way, we still have 20 artifacts. We only cut 1. This is probably closer where you want to be. I think the Requisitioners do make a bit of a difference. Even if it's just playing an artifact, having a body. Because we were a little light on creatures before. We're now up to 16, and, you know, Ingenuity and other things that just make creatures as well, which is kind of nice here. But, yeah, something like this is probably where we want to be. So, if you want to go back and play it the way it was, there you can cut the Requisitioners, all 3 of them, play an additional Witchstalker Frenzy, play an additional Treasure Map. I think is the way you want to go if you want to do that. Or just play 2 Liberators. I mean, that's possible too. But here we have 4 Reinforced Ronin, 4 Voltage Surge, 4 Dragon Spark Reactor, 3 Riveteer's Requisitioner, 4 Patchwork Automaton, 4 Brotherhood's End, 4 Poetic Ingenuity, 3 Urabrass Forge, 1 Liberator, 4 Threatened Spider, 2 Witchstalker Frenzy, 18 Mountain, 2 Sekinzen, 2 Mishra's Foundry, and 2 Mycosynth Gardens. So, I have to say, the card was actually pretty sweet. Poetic Ingenuity was a lot of fun. And there was a lot of games in testing where even crazier stuff happened. I will say, though, it does have the issue, which is kind of the reason we went back and added the Requisitioners, that it can stumble to itself early if you draw too many, like, 3 mana things, for instance. Because we do have quite a few that are, and you kind of have to be judicious about when to use your Voltage Surge, when to use Brotherhood's End, right? Like, those are all kind of things you got to figure out. But we did beat some pretty tough decks. You know, opponents that had a great start, people that destroyed like 6 of our creatures in a row, you know, removed our board. So, like, it's kind of cool knowing that we can win those. It sucks. The Mycosynth Lattice thing, or Garden thing, you really have to pay attention to. Tap that first manually if you are going to play the Mycosynth Gardens. I think you can build without them. If you wanted to just go more Foundries or something, I think that's reasonable too. But just keep that in mind if you are playing them. Otherwise, Arena leaves those open. And, you know, like the one game we saw, like we just lost the option to do anything. And that was a little bit unfortunate. I think we would have lost that game anyway, so it doesn't greatly matter. Just frustrating when it happens. But overall, this was a really tricky, really fun deck. I say build it at your own risk. The good news is there are a lot of commons and uncommons in the list too, so that's cool. But yeah, this one I'll probably be playing a little bit more. It was a lot of fun. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Gravity Sphere. This card, I'm bringing it up not because, I mean, it is crazy expensive because it's old, and it's not even great. But this was one of the first cards I actually traded for when I moved off to college. And the reason was, back in the day, we had these things called the Rec.Games boards that, you know, old heads know what I'm talking about. You can Google it, the rest of you. But the cool part about it was I went to the local store and I needed some bad cards at the time to finish some trades online that I had agreed to with somebody on there, and I thought I had cards I didn't have. Fortunately, somebody there had the cards, and the dude who traded me the Gravity Sphere pretty much thought I traded for this and a Raging River in that same trade. He thought I was nuts just trading for bad cards, but ultimately we became good friends later, so it was still worth it. But anyway, I figured I would just share that because it was a fun story, and I came across the card, and we were playing Red Enchantments today. And if you're looking to play more stuff that's outside the box and you don't want to deal with all those sweepers, check out this Gruul list we built that actually played a bunch of planeswalkers and kind of solved that same problem. But that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.